It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and today we got a beer from Tooth and Claw. Love the name of this brewery. I like Cameron's. I like Cameron's beer. I've had their kind of regular best bitter with a lion on the front. Really enjoyed that. But this is their craft am, and they've really pushed their craft am. They have the Head of Steam chain of pubs around the UK. Fantastic range of great beer. Not just their beer, but beers from all over Europe, all over the world. Delirium Tremens on keg, and amazing beer. If you have the opportunity to go to a Head of Steam pub, please do. But yeah, they've kind of centered this, like they really embraced this kind of regional brewery from, I believe, Hartlepool. Have really embraced the craft beer scene like no other regional brewery I've actually seen. I think it's fantastic. So they got a lot of craft pubs, and this is their craft arm of their beer. This is Tooth and Claw. This is their branding for their craft beers, and this is their Cat Amongst. It's a tropical IPA coming in at 5.1% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. So I helped the neighbour out last week. Bit of a story. I helped the neighbour out last week. My limited knowledge with cars, I helped her buy a car. Her first car, she just passed her test. And we went down and had a look at this car together, and it seemed okay. It seemed okay. She picked it up. I had a look underneath the oil cap and whatnot. But as a thank you, she made me these really cool bar mats. Look at that. Really cool. So she got a little laser kind of printing business going on. It's called, if you want to check it out on Instagram, it's called Flynn Crafts. There you go. Give her a look on Instagram, TikTok. She's on those platforms there. So thank you very much for the wonderful beer mats. They're a great addition to the bar, they really are. So beer in the glass, we've got a small 1-finger white head, good levels of carbonation, and it's an amber beer in the glass. Now if you were to buy this beer, it's available in ASDA. If you were to buy it on its own, the beer is £3 a can. But if you bought it on a 4 for 3 deal, you buy 3, you get your 4th free, then it ends up at £2.25 a can. I've misjudged the size of the glass though here. So just having to be a little bit careful with this one. The aroma is fantastic, really tropical, fruity. Marmalade on rye, so that kind of spicy rye bread with peppery rye bread with a lovely kind of tropical grapefruit orange marmalade aroma. A little bit of sweetness in there. Definitely get that kind of sweet malt aroma coming through. Shall we dive in? Cheers, everybody. Ah, didn't spill a drop. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. That's a lovely beer. When you read tropical IPA, you don't know if you're reading kind of like, I take tropical IPA these days as like adjuncty IPA. That's what goes through my head initially. And for me, it's wrong to think like that. I shouldn't be thinking like that. But I've had so many of these adjuncty IPAs. that I read tropical now, it immediately springs to mind. But what I'm trying to get at here, the beer starts off with this lovely kind of biscuity, toffee malt beginning. And that's the roots, that's the Cameron's roots right there. They built from the ground up, they built what they know. They're a regional brewery. They're a regional brewery up there in Hartlepool. They know how to make bitters and porters and stouts and beers like that. Maybe a decent lager. This is probably, for Cameron's, they've probably been brewing craft beer for maybe 6 years maximum. And you can... I like the fact that they're looking at their regional brewery, they're using their regional brewery's malts. The malt quality on this beer is fantastic. That's what I'm trying to get at here. The malt quality is just biscuity, nutty and fantastic. It's really good. Not quite nutty, more sweet, digestive. So sweetness to begin with, fantastic bitterness on the back end with lovely tropical fruit flavours. There's some grapefruit in there, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, a little bit of peppery, spicy kind of bitterness on the back end. It's a lovely beer. It really is. I really like it. I like that balance between the malts. And this is the key here. The balance between that kind of malt over here and then the hops over here. Sweetness, kind of bitterness going on. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Really good. So this beer is available in ASDA. Pick it up in ASDA if you may, if you wish. Right. 5.1%. Did I give the ABV? 5.1% ABV. Cat Amongst is a straight up hazy and juicy New England style IPA, loaded with tropical fruit flavours from the late hop combination of Citra and Mosaic and dry hop with Citra, Centennial and Simcoe. So they're not messing about here, Tooth and Claw. They're not messing about. I will say, if there's any slight issue I have with this beer, is that they're calling it a hazy and juicy New England style IPA. So they're not calling it a New England IPA. New England style. I think it's too dark. This would be my only slight complaint, is that it's too dark for a New England IPA. This is definitely more along the lines of, I would say, American West Coast style IPA rather than New England IPA. Bitterness is too high for a New England. The colour is too dark for New England. But they've hopped it. They've put some fantastic, Citra, Mosaic, and then Citra, Centennial and Simcoe in the dry hopping. They've really gone to town on this. They've really worked quite hard on this. It's not like they've just thrown out any other beer. I like Tooth and Claw. I like Cameron's Brewery. I'd love to visit it. I like this beer for the price. I like it enough to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.